This is one of our sand filter systems. This is what we use for drip irrigation.
Kelby Johnson and his brother are the fourth generation to run Johnson Family Farms. Though the operation started as a dairy farm, they switched to vegetables and seed crops in about 2006.
A lot more risk to go with a little more reward. If you do the math, the prices we get for grain right now are less than what they got at the bottom of the Great Depression.
That makes it hard to keep the farm going. Johnson said it's weeded out a lot of farms. According to the USDA, more than 500 Utah farms went out of business between 2017 and 2022.
This year in particular, I think there's been 5 or 6 in Cache Valley that have given up because it's not profitable.
The drought Utah has been experiencing has worsened that pinch.
A lot of guys took yield hits through that drought. That's just the nature of the beast. And I mean, in ag, you kind of know that those years will come.
High water years like 2023 help farmers. Updating watering practices like drip irrigation can help farmers be more efficient with water use. But the farmers we spoke to are worried what will happen in years after they use less.
The state's had their policy of use it or lose it for a long time, which does not incentivize efficiency. It really makes everybody a little fearful that, well, the state's just going to come take my water.
We're trying to work through overcoming some of those questions as well.
Hannah Fries is a Utah Agriculture Water Optimization Program Manager. She manages new programs to get farmers help with startup costs of putting in more efficient watering systems. She says a new state law has changed the format of Utah's policy of claiming unused water for future years.
Often our producers have been concerned of, if you don't use it, you lose it. And this bill changes that you can conserve water and then split the water that you're not going to use and put it to another beneficial use, still maintaining your water right.
Part of the new state law allocates $200 million state dollars to matching grants to pay for half of the cost of replacing old irrigation systems for more efficient ones. Those grant applications open toward the end of this year.
If we can implement these practices through water optimization, helps us be more drought resilient.
There's some new technologies that get water closer to the soil.
Matt Yost is a USU agroclimate extension specialist. He works with farmers in Utah to identify best practices for their operation. A large amount of water we use in irrigation is from evaporation. 32% of irrigation in the Great Salt Lake watershed is wheel line irrigation, a system that releases the water 5 to 6 feet off the ground, which opens it up to evaporation.
There is opportunity there, if we can, to convert many of those wheel lines to center pivots to save quite a bit of water.
Yost said grants so far have helped farmers start to make conversions like that.
So we're seeing a lot of change, a lot of upgrading, a lot of technology adoption, and that I think will just continue.
The state's put up a lot of money to try and get people to go to pivots and drip irrigation and things like that, which is good. I think it's a good start. The direction we need to be going because we're all in this together.
Johnson said it will take time for farmers to trust that the state truly has changed its tune on use it or lose it. He said there is a concern from some farmers he talks to about taking state money for fear of hidden conditions attached to it.
If we really are being honest and truthful with these programs, I think it's a really good direction to go. But we gotta all be on the same page.
And a direction farmers in the state hope will ensure water and food security for future generations. Dan Rascone, KSL TV.